Most of us, but not all, forgot to ask one of the most important questions. Where the heck do shares that back up a Brazilian BDR come from? What is backing a BDR? And can we find out? Hey, it's Tony Denaro. Thanks for tuning into the channel. And last week, there was a big question regarding the 3 billion BDR shares of AMC listed on the Brazilian market. And I think we solved the mystery about the market cap of the BDRs and why there were 3 billion of them. If not, please check out my video from last week. First of all, I want to highlight that there are literally 100 or more BDRs listed in Brazil. AMC, this was not some isolated listing. And you can see here on the list of US companies, there are many well-known names on the list. This DRN on the right refers to whether or not it is a sponsored BDR or an unsponsored. So by looking at this list, I can see that every single one of them is an unsponsored BDR. So what is an unsponsored BDR? They are BDRs that are launched without the support of the underlying company. And in this case with AMC, along with all of the other US companies, the company itself is not involved, just the bank that's issuing the BDR. As we can see in this table, the company itself is not involved in the issuance. It's not a public offering like a level 3 would be. And only qualified investors are allowed to buy the BDR. And for individual investors, a qualified investor is someone who holds financial investments exceeding 1 million Brazilian real, which in US dollars is about 185,000. For professional investors, they must hold financial investments exceeding 10 million real. To close this video out, I want to talk about the remaining questions, and these stem from a post on Reddit. The username is CRSCRPR, and I'll put a link to this Reddit post in the video description. There is some conspiracy level stuff in this post that I'm not going to cover, but the question that was brought up in the Reddit post that I think is really interesting gets to the question of how do you establish a BDR in the first place? Similar to an ADR in the United States for, say, a Chinese company, with a BDR in Brazil, there is a custodian bank, highlighted in red here, which is responsible for custody of the equities underlying the BDRs. So in order to issue a BDR, you have to have some AMC stock to back it up. And the question that needs to be answered, and it's being asked, and I want to know the answer to this too, is how much equity, how much AMC stock must the custodian bank be holding in order to issue 3 billion ADRs? Now we know that's a 1-to-6 parity, which equals 513 million shares, but do they have to own 513 million shares to issue those BDRs, or do they have to own a fraction of that? That is a question that I'm really interested in finding out. So that question has been asked by another user here on Reddit, Real Beezy. I have also sent a tweet out to PricewaterhouseCoopers in Brazil to ask them the same question. Hopefully someone will get an answer back on this burning question. I think it's a good one to ask. And when that answer comes in, I will be sure to update you guys just as soon as we know. That is all I have for you guys this week on BDRs. If you have any other questions, make sure and drop them in the comments below, and I'll try and follow up on those for you. Don't forget to buy and hold that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.